The following podcast has been brought to you by Audible.com. Sign up now using the URL audibletrial.com/TTV to get a free audiobook of your choosing. We recommend Brick by Brick, How LEGO Rewrote the Rules of Innovation and Conquered the Global Toy Industry. You may recognize this as one of the sources we use in our show, Bionicle Autopsy. Remember, that's audibletrial.com/TTV. Enjoy the show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Sync.
Hello everybody and welcome to TTV Talks. I'm Kahi.
I'm Bardaran.
I'm Venom.
That was really enthusiastic guy.
Yeah,
Hello and welcome to TTV Talks.
I was like, yeah, let's go for this.
It's like you were announcing Friday Night SmackDown or something.
John Cena!
Welcome to TTV Talks or John Cena.
So, how about that there Avengers trailer, guys?
It was cool, lacking some serious Spider-Man action though.
I know,
Yeah,
I was
man.
kind of hoping that they do. There's like a lot of rumors that an announcement was going to happen today. And some people said
Okay,
it was Spider-Man.
I swear, Messo's getting on my last nerve.
Audience the trend.
There's gonna be
Audience,
a Spider-Man
I hate
announcement
Messo so
today.
much. Yeah. Hey, Var, so I know you guys are going to talk about something for TTV Talks, but you should probably hold up and suspend that because rumor has it that there's going to be some Spider-Man announcements today.
Oh, Meso, you and your rumors, dude. Like you need to
He says so many things as if they're true.
I know, I looked at that and was like, what do you mean? Turns out Robert Downey Jr. just said there's going to be an announcement in 8 days.
Yeah, I don't even know where Spider-Man came from.
I think they just theorized that Spider-Man was going to be like the thing talked about too.
Meso said like the reason why people figured it was going to be Spider-Man was just because Robert Downey Jr. was given the announcement. And they figured, oh, he might be talking about Civil War because he's in that.
He's in that.
But no.
I guess I could see the connection, but it just seems like a long shot.
Yeah,
it was
it
funny
really
though because like the internet was in like a big panic over what the news is going to be or whether we would get it, and then like the social media manager was basically like, guys, there is no announcement.
He's like, the announcement was the trailer, guys. Come on,
guys.
That's her tweet. So,
Yeah.
But I mean, that's really stupid. I guess it wasn't Marvel. It was RDJ.
No,
But-
it was DC. DC does everything wrong. No, just kidding.
But like, cause he posted on the Twitter that there'd be an announcement, and I mean the trailer's not an announcement.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
He did say announcement. He should have just said like there's a big thing coming up soon.
So it's
Or
like
will be
kind
released.
of big misunderstanding, really.
Yeah. I guess a lot of people are also saying that the announcement wasn't actually the trailer, but it was that experience sweepstakes that Robert Downey Jr. is doing.
Right, and that got bumped ahead too. I saw that a couple days ago.
Yeah, so that's probably what he was talking about. And I'm assuming when the Marvel guy or the Marvel manager was like, our announcement was the trailer, guys. She didn't realize that it was RDJ's link or tweet
Right,
that was causing the ruckus. Still,
Well, I mean, celebrities, like, there's a big deal right now with, getting celebrities to do all these things with movies. And RDJ was, like, trying to build hype for something, and they changed the schedule at the last minute on him. So,
yeah.
wow.
Spidey news. I need some Spidey news.
Yeah.
well,
Really?
you want some Spidey news? Ultimate Spider-Man
No!
and the regular Spider-Man might actually exist in the same universe. Coming soon. You guys hear about the Secret Wars thing?
I've heard about it, but I honestly don't know much about it. You're probably gonna have to
me
fill me
neither.
in because I understand that it's basically gonna be like a reboot of the Marvel comics. So we're gonna be starting off from like ground zero here, which is something that DC's done several times now, but I don't think Marvel's
DC
ever done it.
DC has really done
gonna
it
do
twice.
it again.
Okay, yeah, I also heard about that. DC's gonna reboot again. After
Wait,
just-
no, you gotta be kidding me. They're not gonna do that.
They are. They're
Are you
scrapping
kidding
the
me?
new 52.
Oh, you gotta be freaking.
Yeah,
No, I
That's
don't know.
the
I don't know if that
dumbest.
means they're rebooting again or if they're going back to standard DC Comics.
I
but
think when I read about it, they said that they were going to reboot it again.
Good grief.
The only part I don't remember correctly is this little detail where apparently they might make it like edgier or something, or more realistic.
Yeah, that's exactly what DC.
that's what they did with the New 52, right? Weren't they trying to make it?
I don't
Yep.
know it. So that's the part I'm not
They made
sure
everybody
about.
not married and everything. Okay, here's the deal with what's going on with Marvel right now, because I actually keep up with Marvel quite a lot.
Uh-huh.
Right now, there's a big storyline that's going in which there's these things called the incursions. Okay, an incursion is basically all these universes are colliding at a certain point. They all collide at Earth, basically. So all these Earths will come in and they'll kind of phase in the same reality, and then they'll hit and they'll destroy each other, destroy these two universes. Well, the Avengers have split up into two groups. One group is led by Captain America, and the other group is the Illuminati. The Illuminati in the Marvel universe. Yeah, they're supposed to disband after.
They disbanded Civil War.
Yeah, they were supposed to, and then they got back together again several times. Since they got put for Infinity, they've gotten back for after the Skrull invasion, the secret invasion,
Right.
all that.
And so that has like Iron Man and Mr.
Right.
Fantastic and Doctor
It's
Strange.
Iron Man, Mr.
Black
Fantastic,
Panther
Doctor
is the
Strange.
leader.
No, he's not the leader.
Not anymore.
Actually, no, Black Panther only came into the Illuminati recently. The first time they came together, he was actually really against this idea. Because he said, you guys are sitting
But
down
yeah, I
here
think they were
taking
using
the
his
world."
funds or whatever.
No, they're using Iron Man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Professor Xavier is one of them as well. And let me see.
Really, Black Panther didn't lead this team?
Black
At
Panther
all?
has never led the team. There's really no leader per se.
Yeah, it's kind of like a group thing.
Yeah, it's like a group. It's a group of just the smartest people.
No, I might be mistaking it for something else.
Right.
Could have sworn.
Well,
Well, whatever.
okay. Well, I mean, basically, so they all came together and they decided that, all right, we're gonna have to see if we can build machines and do everything to stop this from happening. Up until building bombs that will destroy another Earth, and just encasing them above another Earth. Well, at this point, Captain America is one of the Illuminati. The Black Panther. Although I said beforehand when they first go, he's like, "Don't do this. You'll regret doing this." He's the one that calls the Illuminati together because he discovers the whole incursion things are happening. So Captain America at this point is part of the Illuminati, but he stands against doing anything to the other Earths. He's like, "You don't touch this. Don't do anything with this at all."
Captain America is part of all the conspiracy theories in this world. He caused
Exactly.
9/11.
Well, anyhow, so they use he uses the Infinity Gauntlet to push away one of the Earths but it explodes, so the Infinity Gauntlet's no more. Then turns out that he's like, "If you guys do this, I will stand up and I'll fight against you." And Iron Man's just like, gosh dang it. So he mind wipes Captain America. Doctor Strange casts a memory spell on him, removes him entirely.
Right.
Xavier is dead, by the way.
Okay.
Anyhow, so long story
So
short.
yeah, get to the point.
Yeah, long story short, all the universes colliding into each other. Well, this is the last part of it is called Time Runs Out. There are now only a dozen or so universes left. Everywhere else, all the universes have all been destroyed, except for 616, the main universe, Ultimates, and several other universes.
So basically, what you're telling me is that Spider-Verse was basically useless
Spider-Verse was completely useless. In the great scheme of things.
because all those people that were saved just died anyway.
Oh yeah, all the Spider-Mans that were saved, a lot of them couldn't go home too. A lot of them are still in the web where Madam Web is.
Okay.
Because-
Because I haven't finished Spider-Verse yet.
Okay. Whoops, spoilers.
Wow, that's okay.
You should probably put
yeah,
a spoiler
so-
alert for this video for
Right.
all Marvel fans.
Anyhow, so basically, all the universes are coming together. They're all being destroyed, and it's a really kind of a great moral dilemma too, because they're doing something kind of evil, blowing up other Earths and doing all that stuff.
Okay,
Captain
but so
America's
then how does this
solution.
get to the series rebooting?
Yeah.
Secret Wars is basically going to be the last part of when time runs out. Time runs out is where everything collides. They will all collide, but they will all, in fact, kind of shred together. Pieces of the different worlds will be cut apart and put together in the same world. Battle World. Which is the plot of the original Secret Wars that happened way back when.
I see. So
this Battle World will be kind of like a patchwork quilt of all the alternate universes put together. And one of these universes is going to be... I'm pretty sure they've confirmed that the Gwen Stacy Spider-Man universe is going to be one of them.
Oh, Spider-Gwen?
Spider-Gwen. Ultimate is definitely going to be one of them. And they're also releasing. They teased a lot of the events, like the previous events they had, but into 2015. So Civil War, they teased House of M. They teased like all these other big secret.
Yeah, I remember seeing the covers for all this.
So here's what I'm thinking is going to happen. I have no idea. What I'm thinking is going to happen is that they're going to do a reboot of the Marvel Universe. They're going to rearrange some stuff. These comics will come out, and they will be retellings of these events. But they'll be retellings in this new, unified universe.
I see.
Right.
So it'll be like starting from the ground up in a different universe that's got different elements taken from the old like series thrown into one.
Right.
And then these events will happen again within this new universe.
Right. I mean, some things I don't think... They already did the Ultimate Universe, where things literally started from the ground up.
Mm-hmm.
They, nobody was married. They were all kids. Peter Parker's still in high school. Fantastic Four were still high schoolers. Everything like that. That happened, and they've already done that. So I think they're going to be doing something a little different with this whole reboot. Renew Your Vows is the big deal. There's a teaser for a Spider-Man thing called Renew Your Vows, where Spider-Man and Mary Jane are seen back together.
So it doesn't seem like, from a reboot standpoint, they're going to start all the way over with everything.
It's not like New 52, where everybody's like unmarried and everything. I'm pretty sure Reed and Sue will still be married, and they'll have like Franklin and Valeria.
It'll be kind of like what the movies are doing right now, where they're not going to bother with the origin.
Simplify it. They're really going to simplify a lot of things.
Makes sense.
The current age. Marvel's comics have all been really good, honestly.
Yeah, it seems like they've been going stronger than DC.
They really have. I cannot get behind... The only DC comic I like is Injustice, which is a fantastic comic series. But Marvel has like Hawkeye, which won multiple awards.
Wait, can you say that again?
Hawkeye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Okay, yeah. They got Hawkeye. They have like all new X-Men, which has been going really strong. Even Miles Morales' comic has been going really strong.
Yeah, Miles Morales seems like to be a really popular character.
I've heard a lot of good things about Miles.
He's going to be... I'm pretty sure he's going to be integrated into the main universe. That's going to be the
that definitely seems like it makes sense. It also... Because since we still don't really have confirmation whether the new Spider-Man movie is going to be with Miles or Peter, that would be an interesting way of bringing Miles back into, the kind of the pop culture relevance there, having a movie on him and also bring him into the main universe.
I suspected that that's what they planned to do before they made the deal with Sony. I had a feeling that they were trying to push
that's
Miles.
Probably what would have happened.
Yeah, in case they couldn't get Peter, they're like, okay, well, just Miles was not part of the original deal in 2001, so he's a separate character. We might not be able to call him Spider-Man, but he looks completely different. He's a completely different guy, But that's basically where we are now. It's what Marvel's being rebooted. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it works out for them better than DC. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
The only DC comics I've read recently have been the new Batman, the new 52 Batman series. Other than that, nothing. Suicide Squad seems like it would be interesting, but I haven't read anything of it yet, and I really hate Harley Quinn's design.
Yeah, DC has done really bad, or not really bad. I just don't enjoy any of DC's comics right now.
Yeah, it seems like that's kind of like the
Batman's
general consensus. I've heard some good things about the Batman comics, though. Those are the only ones from New 52 I've read.
Court of Owls is really good.
Court of Owls, and then what is it? Death of the Family. I heard was
Yeah,
Death of the Family
really
was
good.
okay. I feel
It
like
was
it
okay.
didn't have a good payoff for the build up that it was doing.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, because basically the entire arc was just building up this whole return of the Joker and how he's kidnapping everyone. So all the comics that are like intertwined with this, it's all just kind of the same story, but with different perspectives, like of how these heroes are getting captured. Because it's all the Bat family. It's all Batman's coordinates. Pulling a Viper there. All of Batman's companions getting like snatched up by the Joker. And it's just kind of telling that story of how they got captured. But then you're expecting something big to happen afterwards, but that doesn't really happen. It ends really abruptly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like Batman has had some superb storylines done in his history. I don't feel like they've been really done greatly ever since New 52. Same thing with Superman. Superman has yet to see. Like, I've read a lot of Superman, and I had to stop. I did not enjoy it at all.
Yeah. Although I don't know, like I kind of like the whole Superman Wonder Woman pair up. Makes sense to me.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense to me than Lois Lane.
Yeah, than Lois Lane.
Well, okay. I think I would say we're all mostly Marvel guys more than DC.
Definitely a Marvel
Right.
guy. Really, Batman's the only interesting thing from DC that I like. I've been watching it.
Same.
Obviously, I watch the TV shows,
Right.
The
Oh,
Flash and Arrow, but like the comics don't really interest me. The Flash's villains seem really lame, I guess, would be a way to put them.
Come on, Reverse Flash.
I love it. His main villain is Captain Cold and Reverse Flash. Like, literally, they could not come up with a better name for his enemy than
Right.
Reverse Flash.
I mean, and the show is doing a great job. I'll put it
Yeah,
that like
yeah,
the show is doing a great job of making these villains. They're not necessarily like super imposing villains or anything, but they're fun to watch, and the stories have been enjoyable. And Reverse Flash has been really, really cool for the show. But that in a comic book setting seems really, really weird, like just
Right.
dorky.
And beforehand, like, the new design for Reverse Flash, I feel is pretty cool. The Reverse Flash in the comics is literally Flash,
It's just Flash
but
with yellow.
he's yellow.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's literally his thing. He's Flash, but he's yellow. So, you know, that's been. But like, all right, for Marvel, what are you guys like? What are your guys' favorite storylines? I guess that's been coming out of Marvel. What do you guys enjoy about Marvel? That's been going on recently,
Recently, I can't
or
really
not
say.
recently, but like maybe like in the past 10 years or so. You know,
In
Civil
the past
War.
10 years, that's
Secret
a,
Invasion.
Yeah,
That's a
Civil
hard
War,
question.
Most definitely. That was some crazy stuff.
Civil War was okay. I don't know. I feel like it had a good setup, and I kind of wish I could have seen more. I don't know. Civil War didn't really grip me as much as it should have. It should have been cooler seeing all these heroes fighting it out against each other, but it really wasn't to me. So I don't know. I'm not really sure they would have fixed that, but
I think for me, the big deal with Civil War is that I feel like this incursion thing, what's going on right now in Marvel, is a much better version of the dilemma given the Civil War. Because the point of Civil War is that you're supposed to be like, oh, both of these people have a point, and they're both fighting for, you know, one thing or another, and you're supposed to support one. But it's basically at the end, they really try to make it that Captain America is the
right.
right
Okay.
guy.
Yeah. That
was
I
my
think,
big thing.
That I think is the reason why I wasn't as gripped by it as I should have been,
Right.
because like it should be a big deal that your favorite heroes are fighting against each other and you don't know which side to pick. It's like watching your parents fight, you know?
Yeah.
Right,
That-
right. They both
that-
have good points. And, yeah.
Yeah, and that's like a big emotional thing. So you'd
But
think
in
they
the
would be
end,
able to
it just
capture.
villainizes Iron Man.
Yeah, it just villainized
Right.
Iron Man, and Captain America was the hero you're rooting for, and it didn't really make it seem like Iron Man was having any kind of rational thought at all. He
See,
just turned evil.
Right.
Yeah.
This whole thing right now is great because it legitimately is a thing where, like, these people are going out and they're killing worlds. Like, they're blowing up alternate Earths with people on board. So they're but like at the same time, Captain America is like, no, I don't want to do this. But Captain America has no solution. He's like, no, we'll just figure it out. And people are calling out like, hey, dude, we don't want to die either. You have no plan. You're just hunting us down because you don't like what we're doing. What do you
Right.
have to offer instead? And he's like, yeah, I don't care. We're just not doing this. So it's a good balance too, because So a lot of people have been like, man, the Illuminati, they're out of control. They're just going around murdering people. And everyone like, Captain America's just stupid. He doesn't know what he's doing. He has no...
he's not acting.
Morally
He's
right.
just,
it
might be the moral thing to do, but we're all going to die in the same process.
Right. Exactly.
Kind of like that the ending of The Dark Knight, where like the Joker gives you that option to blow up the other ship or your ship blows up.
Right. And like the thing with like Neymar said it before, he's like, Captain America, he's like, Cap, you don't expect us to like sacrifice everything we have just so you can go to sleep tonight, knowing that you didn't blow up a world. It's like we can't just do that. And it's, oh man, it gets, like, and they all, like, struggle with this more, moral quandary and everything. It's great. Both sides are struggling with each other. It's really well written. It does kind of lean towards, like, Captain America seems really, really, like, he seems almost too stupid by the end of it, in a way. It is slightly leaning, but it's not as bad as Civil War. At Civil War, like, they just made terrible decisions.
No, I haven't been following Captain America at all. Is this Steve Rogers, Captain America?
Oh, Steve Rogers, Steve Rogers is Captain America, but he's also super old now. Do you guys know that?
Oh, really?
Okay,
he's 90 years old.
Okay, yeah, I did know that, I think.
Okay.
That sounds really familiar.
I haven't really been following Captain America either. I know, like I guess he came back somehow after Civil War?
Yeah, he came back. I think it was, he got assassinated at the end of Civil War.
Yeah.
And it turns out that he didn't die. It was just like...
he wasn't actually assassinated or something like that. It was really contrived. But
whatever.
Marvel deaths are always really contrived. They always come back.
Johnny Storm was like, Johnny Storm died. He didn't die. Wolverine actually...
I definitely remember it being that way when Spider-Man died. It's like, no, he's not dead. He's just being reborn.
Did
Spider-Man did die. He faced Morlun, remember?
Yeah, Morlun.
He died, and then he went into the giant cocoon.
Okay, that's right. I remember. Yeah,
because spider powers.
But yeah, he did. He died, but he was like reincarnated.
Right.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but
he died in the Ultimate Universe.
I was about to say I do appreciate the fact that he actually did die in the Ultimate Universe. That was like a big thing, and it actually paid out.
Isn't he kind of back now?
Nope.
No. I mean, it's not the Ultimate
Spider-Man.
Spider.
Turned out to be a clone.
That was a clone. It was a clone.
It was a clone?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a clone.
Yeah, because that was a lot. See, like, my knowledge about Marvel comics right now is just it's so mixed up. Like, I hear things like, oh, Miles Morales is the new Spider-Man, but I don't read his comics. But I know Spider-Man.
The thing about comics, and this is something I had to face recently with Spider-Verse, because I really wanted to read the Spider-Verse comics. The thing with comics that get me is they're so expensive nowadays.
They are.
They really are.
They used to be like 99 cents. Now they're like $4 per issue.
They're $4 per issue, and it's like 21 pages.
Yeah, it's like 21 pages. There's like very little content in the actual comic itself that doesn't really warrant that $4 price tag.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of annoying having to buy per issue. And for me, I was like, okay, instead of buying per issue, maybe I can subscribe to like Marvel's service or something and get the comics that way. But Marvel's got this thing where you can it's like a Netflix for comics, basically. You pay like $8 a month and then you can access their database of comics. But the thing is, it doesn't update with recent comics. All the comics on that database are 6 months old, so you're paying for this service to read comics that everyone has already talked to death and probably already spoiled for you.
Yeah, the kind of stuff that you can download illegally for free.
I will not lie. That is sometimes how I keep up with a lot of my comics.
Dude, that's how I'm doing it now too.
I used to go and have a subscription box.
TTV does not promote illegal activity.
But okay, honestly, I just don't have the money. Like, I went and I paid. I got $20 worth of stuff. I paid $20 for comics out of my comic store. And I came back and I had 5 comics and I finished them in half an hour. And after half an hour, I was like, I spent $20 on this. I was like, I cannot justify these purchases anymore.
Right, it's hard to justify the price because there's just it's just such a small amount of content.
Indie comics are not that bad. Like Image, like you can get The Wicked and The Divine, or like East of West, or like even Saga, and they're a really good read. You know, they're a good amount of pages long and they're cheaper, which I don't mind. Like that length I can get behind. That's not bad. But $4 for a 21-page comic, I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Yeah, that's why I do appreciate the fact that they offer the compilation books where they can find
the trades. I always buy trades now.
I buy those. I buy those.
I'll
too.
pirate my comics and then buy trades.
But like,
I still support it.
But that's similar to like Marvel Service though. Like that doesn't come out for like several months and like after
yeah.
the run has ended, and by that time, it's impossible to keep up with what's actually going on and what's current.
You lose that discussion factor,
right?
And I'm not willing to pay. I mean, yeah, that's why I download so much stuff now.
I feel like comics are still kind of in a really old way of handling it.
They really are. They haven't really updated.
They haven't really evolved on how to distribute the like comics to people.
Yeah.
I started when I was a kid. When I was a kid, my parents didn't let me, like, they didn't want me to watch or to read the newer comics, so they said you could only read old ones. And at first, I could only read, like, the 30s Superman. So I had to read 30s Superman, and then 30s Batman, and then slowly push my way up, and I went and read 50s Superman, and 50s Justice League, and then, like, the 60s, the Marvel. And I basically, because of that...
Where did you get all those comics?
They were all in my library. I had to order them from my library.
Oh, okay.
They had the essentials and stuff. But basically, like, it was a big restriction for me, but it had the benefit of having me read the entirety of comics chronologically from history, like, through history. So I got to see, like, whenever I was tired of, like, man, everybody's so buddy-buddy in the 50s, why can't we get, better storylines? Then I see the Marvel Age, and, like, Stan Lee comes out, I'm like, man, this is really good. So I got to appreciate it on a much different level. So I've read, like, in terms of history, I've seen how comics have evolved from, like, 30s all the way till now.
Dude, that's awesome.
Digital distribution is really, like, the big thing that's hindering comics, because comics are not really well recognized of people. Even more, they used to be. Comics used to be, before video games and, TV shows.
Everybody used to acquire comics.
Right. People read comics all the time.
Yeah.
Now, it's not. And we have these devices that we take everywhere with us.
Yeah, you'd think with, like, the big, like, surgence of, like, tablet devices being so popular now that
you think that
these
the comics would come out for that.
Yeah, like, they would jump on that.
Automatically. I mean, Comixology offers that kind of service, but it's still really expensive.
It's still expensive, and it's also still not current. They also have a delay in the issues. I don't understand why Marvel can't, or even DC. Actually, I don't know so much about DC's service, but at least Marvel. I don't know. I don't know why they can't just, if they're going to release an issue, just put that digitally available as well at the same time. It doesn't make any sense to me that they would delay that service. If you're paying for something, then it just doesn't make any sense. They're still making money off of it.
To be
More
fair,
people
Netflix,
would sign up for the service.
Netflix does it too. Netflix does that too, where the episodes will not be like Hulu's there like the day after. Netflix will get entire seasons after a couple months after the season's finished. They'll put it up on Netflix.
Yeah, I guess the difference between that, because I'm also thinking of Hulu too, because I've been using Hulu and Netflix, but I guess the difference is Netflix. They have a higher premium, but like Hulu has advertisements.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's how they can kind of justify being able to purchase the seasons right away and have them up and available.
I don't know how much it costs to do comics, like to make a comic. But yeah. I feel like if they made it more readily available and honestly a lot more cheaper, I would be buying a lot more comics nowadays. I would subscribe to new Avengers. I'd subscribe to all the Avengers stuff. I'd subscribe to Hawkeye. I do.
I mean, there has to be a way. Like, they have to be able to like distribute it in like sooner. I mean, like put an advertisement in between pages or something. Anything, as long as you can actually stay current with the comics without having to pay for that like outrageous price.
Right. Are you?
Yeah, it's really odd, but
it's really kind of insane.
Comics are dying, man.
Well, I mean, they've tried to bring it back.
Yeah, they're being replaced by the movies.
All the like the new characters they've tried to introduce: the new Miss Marvel, the new Thor, the new, Captain America. I guess not really new. She's the Falcon, who's been a long time character, but they're trying to like a lot of Marvel's comics nowadays have this kind of indie approach where they've tried to bring in a whole new cast of people and like Miles Morales and do all this new stuff. There's a new Ghost Rider too. Getting all these, trying to do a small
clearing out the
mini
old
reboot.
stuff,
right,
and
replacing it with new. So that might be where the continuity lies. Doing like a new reboot, making sure all these characters are new and fresh for the movie people.
Yeah,
they just need to be people. They need to make it a bit cheaper for the movie audience. That's who they should be focusing on right now. Comic audiences will buy comics no matter what.
Oh, yeah, I don't know, but. With that said, speaking of Marvel, and since we were talking about Netflix, Daredevil. I'm so excited for Daredevil.
Ooh,
Daredevil.
I really hope that turns out to be good.
I really
I'm
do
gonna
too.
actually
The
try
guy
to
looks.
follow that regularly.
Well, it's on Netflix, so the entire season will be released.
The entire season will be put up instantly, so you can just binge watch the whole thing.
Yep.
So that'll be great. I'm so excited for it. I'm
super
pumped.
excited. I'm excited for Alias too. Or not Alias. Jessica Jones.
Yeah, I think I heard I don't remember where I read this, so don't quote me on this, but I think I heard something about maybe a potential Spider-Man TV series too.
I heard about that.
In a similar vein to Daredevil, where it'd be like a Netflix thing.
I like that concept a lot, but I think like that would be a better way of doing it. For me, Spectacular Spider-Man is one of my all-time favorite cartoons, and it's such a shame it got canceled so early on. It cancels at a downer too, or like he's lost Gwen, and he's lost MJ, and he's just lost everything, and they're gonna pick it up next season.
Yeah, and then it's like you think he defeats the Green Goblin, but then the Green Goblin's back.
The Green Goblin's back, and then that's where the series ends.
They don't even reveal who the Green Goblin is.
It's like the biggest cliffhanger ever.
It's like, yeah, because it's clear that it was Norman before, but then when the Green Goblin comes back, it's not sure if that's Harry or if that's Norman again.
Right. Oh man, it's such a sad. And then the guy is always Greg Weisman always has his shows canceled. He went and did Young Justice next. Really great show. Got canceled. Second season, same thing. Big cliffhanger. The guy meets Lex Luthor, goes and meets Darkseid. That's the last scene. Ugh.
Cliffhangers, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, another thing in comic book news, but did you see Jared Leto?
No, I didn't hear about that.
Okay, so for the longest time he's had his like Jesus look going on, where he's got like super long hair and his beard and everything, but it seems like he's finally getting into the part of the Joker because he's recently chopped off all his hair and shaved his beard, and recently bleached his hair. And it was actually really funny looking at all the comments of these articles, because people don't seem to realize that you have to bleach your hair if you're going to dye it like a bright color, like green.
Oh, what did he bleach it into?
It's like a blonde color right now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, like I guess people think that means that Joker's gonna have blonde hair.
Oh my god!
Because there is like a big riot in the comments for these news articles, and people just like, such outcry and pouring out. It's hilarious, but it's cool seeing Jared Leto getting into character, and now that I can actually kind of see what his hairstyle is like right now, and like his face without the giant beard, I can kind of see the Joker look starting to form.
Oh yeah, totally, dude.
Yeah, so it's really cool. I'm really excited to see what his Joker is going to be like, because Jared Leto's a pretty good actor. He really likes to get into character, so I'm really excited.
Dude, me too. So excited.
Jared Leto's also a good singer,
especially for Harley Quinn.
Oh, dude, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm excited or nervous or just anxious about what Harley Quinn's gonna look like.
Oh,
but I really want to see what it's gonna be.
Oh my gosh!
I really hope it's not
interpretations of her appearance now.
Yeah, I know. I really hope it's not gonna be like the current Suicide Squad outfit, because I think that's such an ugly outfit.
I need to look that up. But I have a feeling it'll be like the Arkham series, or at least I hope so.
I would prefer to be closer to that than Suicide Squad. I really don't like the red and purple color scheme. I don't know. And like the skimpy outfit and everything, it doesn't really work, in my opinion, for Harley Quinn. I also don't really like the bleached skin either.
The bleached skin?
Yeah, her skin's like permanently white like Joker now.
Oh, wow.
Before she used to just wear makeup and stuff.
Yeah. Alright, let me see. So you said it was green and purple.
No, red and purple.
Oh, red and purple. Oh, I think I found it. Oh. Yeah.
It just doesn't look good. It's just kind of ugly.
I don't like it either. Well.
I miss her actual, like, Harlequin outfit.
You tried.
Yeah.
You tried.
But yeah, I think that should cover most of our comic discussion.
Yeah, I think like that's That's mostly it. We're kind of
that's how it's gonna end with that last note. You tried.
You tried. Now we just have to have like the Green Goblin cut in, and then just in the episode.
We should actually include
Right.
that clip.
We really should. We could do like an actual video TTV Talks this time instead of like just having images. Oh well.
Yeah, we should actually do video TTV Talks.
Yeah, we really should.
That's
All right.
a good idea.
Well, we'll put that up another day. Thanks for joining us for our comics discussion. I guess it's more comics than just, Marvel or whatever.
Yeah, it was kind of general comics.
Right. But, it was fun. Make sure to, like, favorite, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. We have...
all that stuff that really is kind of superfluous. No one cares about it. Do what you want. If you like the video, like it. If you don't like it, please don't dislike it because you'll hurt my feelings.
Yeah, just go on your own merry way, mind your own business.
Just leave me be.
Yeah,
Stop disliking my
don't
video
dislike
vlogs.
the video, because if you dislike the video,
there's a never reboot coming.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna reboot TTV.
every time every
We're
dislike
gonna
we
reboot
get.
the channel.
We're gonna reboot the channel. Right, starring Niga as Kahi.
It's gonna be a new, modern, edgy TTV.
Yep, channel of steel.
We'll be darker and grittier.
All be very brooding. We'll basically be a bunch of mesos.
Bionicle was better back when the story wasn't released in 1 month.
Snap someone's neck.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been great. I'm Kahi.
I'm Barterin.
This is what Lego did to Hero Factory. I'm Venom.
And this was TTV Talks.
Goodbye.
See you later.
It's so great being first.